It's pretty safe, pretty stable. Kind of works with the timing that their other heroes have at the moment.
That I wouldn't be surprised if we see it picked up. Seems... versus PL in terms of, because there's a different area for PL. Medusa obviously has split shot. I'm assuming that PL is probably better in that match. Training mana.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Pretty strong.
Dire team pick. Dragon Knight.
Oh, this is a hero we talked about, though. Kind of having... We talked about it because in Game 1, they also picked the Jakir for Fire Dragoon. We said, oh, maybe they go for a pushing hero like DK or Death Prophet. They didn't end up doing that, I don't think. They picked up a Tinker instead, which was more stall-heavy. But now that you have a DK that can start applying pressure onto these towers in the early game, maybe get some advantage in terms of gold there. And also, it's more lockdown to work with, too. More lockdown and burst damage. So, it's not a bad pick in the mid lane for Fire Dragoon, I don't... Recently, yeah. Yeah.
Radiant team back. Shadow Fiend.
Pick up here. It bursts the Dragon Knight reasonably well. It's going to be able to spam out the waves. The Night Stalker and the Tusk are going to potentially get up in his face a little bit, but I just think it's a solid overall hero. And they do already have a little bit of lockdown coming from the Sand King. They now have the opportunity to pick an off lane that does that's pretty much just control, or the Sand King could just go off lane and they could still pick, say, Tim's Earth Spirit as their last grab, and I think either of those options would work really well for them here.
And important to know, we've seen teams do DK safe lane and then like Death Prophet mid. I've seen a few times, which is actually a lot of push that you get against the Shadow Fiend though. See?
Radiant team pick.
Wow.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Invoker. Choose your hero.
That's not fast. Don't ask me. I don't know. Maybe they just feel like, hey, listen, you guys tried to style on us with this Invoker, now we're going to style on you. I thought they were going to pick like a Pugna or Death Prophet or something, or try to push down towers. I don't know. Yes.
Punishing split push heroes. So I don't know. I don't know what the idea is here with the Invoker pickup, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work better for Alacrity than it did for Armel.
Maybe they have a plan. I don't know.
I hope so.
We'll see how it goes.
This game is important, right? The caliber of teams in this qualifier is really high. You go to lower bracket, no good. You do not want to be there.
No, definitely not. I guess that's the thought process, though, is that there is, in fact, a lower bracket. There is this room for error, I suppose, to a certain extent. But yeah, you're right. There's some pretty good teams. Mineski, Geek Fam, Execration, Fnatic versus Boom ID is going to happen next, by the way, guys, after this particular series. Winner of this series will move on to play against the winner of that series. So very important matchup here. Obviously, Fnatic, a very exciting team in terms of what they can bring to the table. Their new roster with Universe joining them. Of course, Abed, who's been on the team for a bit.
Yep.
They'll play against Boom ID, and that should be an interesting matchup, but a matchup that Fnatic is favored to win, obviously. So we'll see how things go. TNC obviously favored to win this series, but I don't know.
We are.
We'll see.
Yeah, here we are in Game 3. So you never know with some of this Southeast Asian dotes. All right,
Yeah,
is Cuckoo going to try and... Is he sniping a courier here? Is that his plan? Is that what you're up to, Cuckoo? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, this salve's about to come out. I'm pretty sure he wants this courier kill. He has no wards behind the tower. I think
No. He might just get it on the way back.
Yeah, I think so. Just see it and walk out and kill it. Nice ice shard block from Yang to get the wave sort of in favor of Alacrity. And Tim's will rotate mid for now. He's going to start off with boots, so 2 heroes mid apiece. Not much else. Might be tough for Armel at the start of this game before he has any decent Necromastery stack. Yeah, he does against combination. So. But also, the important thing to know, you have to know if you're FDG, there's a disruptor missing. Call that out. Not bottom, he's not top. Maybe be careful with the courier. He's still sitting.
Yeah, what's this guy up to? They have no idea. But is he maybe going to be able to get it? Alacrity is probably waiting for... He probably wants to finish his wand at the same time as like... Or he wants this null as well, in which case it's going to be a while. Oh, damage onto Armel.
Ice Shards, Sunstrike coming out, Alacrity misses it. There's the Burrow Strike, and that is Alacrity dead, and that is Armel getting first blood. Now he's at 12 Necromancer stacks, and Yang might be next. No Ice Shards available, no mana.
All right.
That's not what you want to do. You do not want to give a double kill to a Shadow Fiend at the beginning of the game, I'm pretty sure.
You know, he only had 1 CS, but now he has 12 souls, because they just straight up handed him that kill. I don't know what the... That was very strange.
Very strange. I guess if he hits the Sunstrike, it looks way better, but...
It's just like, he's got to hit it with just the ice shards for setup. There isn't even a snowball stun. They're just hitting him and walking forward and trying to land a Sunstrike. That was a very bold play, and it's going to punish them super hard because now the SF has a ton of damage. And Invoker at level 1 can't CS against him, like, really at all. So Alacrity's actually doing okay under his tower here. Nice setup from Yang, getting him that extra CS.
We'll see how this turns out for Armel, I suppose. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, SamH versus the TK. SamH having a good time, level 3, level 2 Firestorm. He's up to 9 less hits compared to the 5 of this DK, who they left here alone, which I suppose is fine, but not getting the best start. Tim's has an Invis rune. Alacrity has been spotted along with Yang. Alacrity will pop Forge Spirit. Nearby is Cuckoo. So there's 3 heroes mid. He's going to give still a lane for each of the other side lanes. We'll see if they're walking it pretty far on the other hill. We'll see if they can't find something. It looks like they're going to make a move soon. Tim's Invis rune is going to run it here in a moment. Alacrity is backing up. I think they just want to be safe, wait for the next wave. Not sure if they're going to be able to find anything. Armel, close level 3, maybe that's what they're waiting for. This Invis rune is about to run out, though. They're going to have to try something, and it looks like they just know there's something going on. First strike, there's the Thunder Strike coming in. Good snowball. Might keep him alive. Cold snap onto Armel. Brian comes in at a great time here, and Armel might just be dead. Very good turnaround. Yang will get the kill. Alacrity's still getting chased down by Tim. There's another Burrow Strike. One more auto attack. Alacrity will fall, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. It might be even a 3-for-1 as Tim's getting hit by the tower. And Brian is trying to chase him. No boots of speed. Yang also pretty slow, and Tim's, he does have the boots. He has a TP scroll to work with on top of them. 2 kills, 1, maybe they get him. Snowball into Tim's. No mana for a Burrow Strike. There's the Void. Looks like it's going to be a 3-for-1. They just need 1 or 2 more auto attacks. It's going to be close to the Ice Shards. We'll do it with Bryant getting the kill. So 3-for-1 trade in that mid lane. They turn it right back around for Fire.
I think he could have denied himself to the neutrals. He had Burst Strike up at the last second. Could have maybe Burst Strike down to the low ground, but he was actually just busy shopping. So Tim's didn't lose any money. Gonna go for a quick stack here. Night Stalker in the right place at the right time to get something done over at mid, but unfortunately they have now let up the pressure on Raven up top. And I think the biggest storyline for TNT this game is actually kind of the quietest lane, which is... Armel, is he dead?
A good Fairy Fire Snowball. He's a salve to work with. He has launch charge for 5 seconds on that. And the Night Stalker comes in as his Sign Time gets deployed off. They might get a turnaround kill on Yang. In fact, they will. Tim comes in with a great Burrow Strike as the tower hits him. It is a 1-for-1 trip. But again, they lose the Shadow Fiend twice in a row. And yes, he is farming well, but getting 2 quick kills. Maybe they turn on to Alacrity, but the Invoker, I'm not sure Tim's can do enough here. He's not enough mana for another Burrow Strike. Getting some pressure applied for Tim's. Nice Shards will miss. And the Invoker comes up.
Tim's going to be a little bit careful now.
Snowball was on to creep accidentally, I believe.
I think he did it on purpose to try and... Oh, no, because they had the sentry already. Yeah, it must have just been a misclick. I thought he was trying to get him out of the sandstorm, but yeah, just... Onto the creep, not really any good reason. They do have the one thing we haven't really mentioned is it's core Jakiro this game.
Yes.
With the Night Stalker as the position 4, so I guess I don't mind this too much. They have a little bit of setup for the Jakiro. I feel like if this game goes late, TNC are definitely favored, and that's where I'm a little bit afraid of how well Sam H is doing, because I think the better the Underlord does, just the more time he adds to the game clock for TNC, which is where the Phantom Lancer and the SF can definitely get a ton of farm.
It's going to be scary. He's almost level 6. He's up to level 3 Firestorm. The scan actually hits on it. Tim's nicely done there from the Radiant front of the scan. Kangaroo might get some help top lane from Brian. It's still nighttime. Raven might get chased down here. Kangaroo's level 5. He's level ahead of Raven. They'll drop a ward down behind the tower, which Cuckoo might have spotted. Raven is in kind of a dangerous position. Bryant does have a level 1 crippling fear, so he has a silence to work with. Now he's using the Hunter in the Night. They're going to get vision. The dual breath will come in. Raven's still alive for now. Tim's is TPing. They've got a Burrow Strike ready. They will use it. They're going to try to find Kangaroo instead. Raven's going to come back through. Spirit Lance is up in 2. Not that they need it. He will use it anyways. Fairy Fire comes in. There's the Snowball. Raven in trouble. Doppelganger in 1 second. There's the silence. Ice Shards. That'll turn around and get the kill. A 1-for-1 trade. So yes, they get Kangaroo, but they lose Raven in the process.
All right, Alacrity is ganking Invoker. Let's go, boys.
Wait, what?
They see him behind the tower.
Maybe they get a kill here.
Yeah, that sounds Tim.
Tim's is in trouble. Kinetic Field coming in. There's the Snowball. The Wand Charge saves his life. The Sandstorm is there. And they're going to Sunstrike him. Tim's might survive. It's split up between the 3 of them. That was beautiful from TNC. And they kill Alacrity as he ganks the top lane. Necrofire drops down. Burrow Strike will get off, but not before he goes down. Raven still in trouble. He's going to use his Doppelganger. Bryant has enough mana for a crippling fear.
And Raven, as always, with the use.
Oh my god, that was insane. They're still probably going to get the kill, though. Maybe. Yang's taking a lot of damage from the Spirit Lances. Raven's still 14 wand charges. He needs help. Sunstrike coming in. It's not enough to get the kill, but it will be one more auto attack that does do it for Kangaroo. And somehow, things at least even out for Fire Dragoon after losing Alacrity there. And they made some sick plays from TNC, but it wasn't enough. But they will give more room for Armel in the mid lane.
I mean, there's no way that Invoker should be ganking with that Invis rune, right? I think that's such a...
That's a little weird, yeah.
It's such a risky play. And now he's going to get glimpsed back on mid.
Pick up the ice wall, drop down, double raise coming in here in a moment. The silence actually comes out onto Armel. Still trying to find this kill. Alacrity, here's the Elder Dragon pull from Ajit. Bryant looking for a void. He will find it on Armel. Yang's going to use the Snowball to try to fight into this as well. And Armel's very low. He's going to get dropped down with one more auto attack. And they're just all over the map. FDG finding kill after kill somehow. It's 9-6. Another kill going the way, but Yang dies to the tower because they didn't take aggro off before. Anyway.
TNC probably not going to lose 2 towers here. Fortunately, the Dragonet is quite low, so I won't be able to hang around too much longer. And Sam H is going to get some decent damage down bottom onto this tier 1, but the Jakiro taking a tier 1 over on the top side.
I mean, all things considered, that was a fairly good nighttime, and really, in general, a couple of good minutes for Fire Dragoon. You know, in spite of the Alacrity gank, which was, you know, weird, they still got a lot done. They've rotated their supports around. The Jakiro got the tier 1 tower, like you mentioned. They're kind of shutting down Raven now. He's actually tied with the Invoker in terms of net worth. So this is not going that terribly for Fire Dragoon. In fact, they've got a slight advantage here.
And once again, Armel just going to run forward on mid, not respecting the gank potential of FDG.
Got like, yeah, this is his 4th death. He can't deny himself. He's not even going to try. He will buy his shreds in the meantime. He buys them before he dies. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ajit Very tanky here to go on. They've Burrow struck him. They've already used the Firestorm. That's a lot of the damage now gone. They want to just try to take this tier 1 tower, I think, but there should be TP responses in kind if they decide to go for it. They will rotate Cuckoo back down bottom. But, yeah, Armel dying for a 4th time after having a double kill to start out the game. He's still doing okay, though, in terms of net worth. He's only a little behind that of Ajit.
Yeah, I feel like he's only looking at the Invoker and being like, oh, this Invoker's still only level 5. I should be able to pressure him really hard. But with the vision that he has, you know, there's nothing really scouting around mid now. They're going on Ajit again.
No Static Storm available, but they should have enough damage. Ajit, they're going to try to Snowball save, and they don't do it in time. And now Yang is in trouble as well. There's no Firestorm. It's up in 3 seconds. Still a lot of damage.
Block him in.
85. The Attribute. They do lock him in. Double kill for Cuckoo. Now up to level 6. This will lead into a tier 1 tower, more than likely. Very good gang coming in from TNC.
Yeah, but I feel like this is what I was expecting Armel to just be doing. Just going, you know, if the 2 ganking supports are off the map, just go and chill in the tri-camp, sit on top of your shrine, grab a little bit more farm. Raven has gone for a Dominator build here, so ever the innovator on this Phantom Lancer, as it turns out.
Interesting.
Oh, and now they found the Invoker on mid.
Static Storm comes in. That's a gank going, and it's going to be successful as well. Tim's, he has Burrow in 3. Glimpse back. That's onto Kangaroo. He's back into the top lane now, and so if they want to turn and fight, they might be able to, but they're a little bit low on mana, and I don't think they really want to try to take this fight, especially with Night Stalker coming in. It's a couple of good kills going the way of TNC, and now Sam H has eclipsed that of the Kangaroo hero. The offlaners are the top net worth heroes right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Both offlaners have kind of been completely left to their own devices. But Sam H is, you know, not too far behind the Jakiro in terms of pace, pushing down these buildings. And Jakiro gonna get caught out here.
This could be a big kill. Kangaroo's low. Magnifier was dropped down. There's the doppelganger. Good ice shards. Wand charges coming in. They're going to try to turn this fight around. Yang looking to do some damage to Tim. They will dust him up. Raven finally finds Kangaroo. Good Burrow strike for Tim. He's going to use that urn on him. It's going to be an urn negative that will come out. The Sunstrike. Nice. Alacrity gets it done. A 1-for-1 trade with Kangaroo probably the bigger target, and he was taken down by Raven in the meantime. They will use the darkness. Cuckoo in trouble. They will ice shards. The kinetic field coming in, stopping them from going too much further. But there's the Snowball Wars Punch combination. Cuckoo's still alive for a moment, and Yang actually going to get killed as Cuckoo will fall first. But still, it is going to be another 2-for-2 trail. A lot of fighting happening, especially in the top and mid lane.
That looked pretty worth it for Tusk. I think he was about to get killed by the Underlord rotating over, so Underlord actually 0 points pit. Sam H with the maxed out atrophy aura. Pretty interesting.
40% damage reduction seems pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's actually been helping him push, I think, is the other big thing. That's how he's actually been able to kind of keep up with the Jakiro in terms of threatening the buildings once everybody else leaves his lane, because he just nukes down the whole creep wave, gets like 80 damage, and then is immediately able to start chunking the tower.
Yeah. Earthstrike comes in. They're going to find Alacrity, who will pop Alacrity on himself. Unfortunately, his namesake will not keep him alive nor help him in terms of getting a kill. Jeet is going to be hit up with the Pit of Malice, but I don't think they will do enough damage. The Snowball will come in.
Nice Snowball.
They are going to glimpse back into the Static Storm with another kinetic field here. And Ajit in trouble. One raise and another should do it, and it will. It's going to be Sam H that gets the kill. They're still looking for more, though. Yang getting chased down. Glimpse back up in 6 seconds. Firestorm coming in. Burrow strike. Uh-oh. Night Stalker runs right in. Epicenter's going to go, and Bryant's dead. And that's a double kill for Sam H. Another Burrow strike at 5. There's the Snowball. See what he can find here. He's going to get brought back to Cuckoo at this point. They have Glimpse available on the other side. Kangaroo's trying to fight. They're going to go and get the kill on Yang. Maybe. Kangaroo getting low, though. He's going to get killed. It's a triple kill for Sam H. 4 dead.
He's got 160 damage.
Dragoon.
Chopping.
Actually doing so much damage here. Again, Fire Dragoon going one by one. They keep losing their heroes. Armel about to get turned up with the Burrow Trick there in time, and Sam H with an ultra kill, and that is going to be a huge net worth advantage. Losing all 5 heroes for Fire Dragoon. 2,000 gold taken for TNC and 900 lost for Fire Dragoon. That was a disastrous fight for the Radiant team.
Yeah, and this is now a, I'm going to describe him as a sad Invoker. He just he just died and he's like, alright, I can't go for Midas anymore. It's 14 minutes. I'm going to buy some power dreads.
I mean, I don't know if I've seen this in a long time where an Invoker is so underfarmed that he can't go for a Midas. Like, the whole point of this hero is getting Midas, getting the Aghanims, starting to farm up the map, getting bots, starting split push. you know, waiting like 20 or 25 minutes to really get involved. That's not really going to happen. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, they're going to try to find Cuckoo. The Sunstrike might be able to get the kill, doing a lot of damage. Static Storm is popped down. Pit of Malice as well, trying to find Yang. The Rays will do the job for Armel. Glimpse back in the Burrow Strike. That'll be under the DK. Requiem comes out. A couple more auto attacks will do it. And the Thunder Strike. Double kill for Armel. And Bryant is going to be next. And down they go. Fire Dragoon losing hero after hero. And now tower after tower as Tier 1 is going to get pushed down. And in the meantime, Raven has just really kind of been farming at this point. Threads has got his own the Dominator, and things are looking pretty damn good for TNC right now, Cameron.
TNC are just flexing. Sam H, Tims, and Cuckoo are kind of winning this game just among the three of them. I mean, sure, Armel's in there doing a little bit of damage here and there, but I feel like Raven's not even really getting involved at all. He's just been hitting creeps for the last little bit.
Yeah.
FDG are just getting completely run over. They've popped like, what, 2 or 3 dragon forms now, and it hasn't netted them this tier 1 tower at mid, which is just an extremely sad state of affairs for their kind of a lineup. But they have this general problem of not being able to deal with heroes once they're up in their face, right? Like the Invoker gets disabled once or glimpsed, and that's just it. They're going for a smoke here, trying to back up Ajit on mid lane.
Sam H is just massive. Glimpse back in there to Dragon Tail, though. Underlord might be in trouble. They might actually be able to get the kill with Sunstrike. He's taking a lot of damage, and he's silenced up. That's a big kill for them. Can they get more? Like you mentioned, this tier 1 tower is still alive. It's going to get dropped here in a moment with Liquid Fire from Kangaroo. They want Cuckoo, though, for now. They won't be able to find him. Now coming in is going to be Raven, trying to turn this around. He actually doing some serious damage. He has a Purge creep coming in. In fact, he does. The Satyr Banisher going to work, and they will find the kill on Kangaroo. Looking for Ajit. He has no Elder Dragon form for another 7 seconds. We'll see how far Tims wants to go. He's going to get silenced up, though, and it is nighttime, so it's going to be a little bit before we can get that Burrow Strike off. It does become daytime. Damage goes down, but they still at least get 1 kill out of it for TNC.
I mean, they got the highest value kill on the enemy team, so nice little turnaround for them there. Still good that they got the Underlord, but still, this tier 1 tower stands. The Invoker already picked up his point booster, but he is still like easily 5-10 minutes away from being relevant to this game. And during that time, TNC just gonna keep on getting huge on all of their heroes.
Yeah. The Satyr Banisher is just the funniest thing. I love it. Keep purging him. Get him again. Yeah, slow IG down. Look at this thing. Funny creep to have. He's almost got his defusal too, so a couple more slows to work with.
And do you remember when the the purge was way stronger on the Banisher? Like once it was on you, you were basically done. You were at like 100 move speed for until he ran out of mana, which was
guys. I think I'm dead.
Ridiculous.
The Banisher hit me. What do I do?
Yeah. Help. To stun the Banisher, please.
It was very deceptive, much like the Harpy Stormcrafter.
No, yeah.
Very tough to deal with.
Zap. All right, smoke from FDG. They go and get a ward down, but TNC wisely also just kind of playing together as 5. They know that they're super strong at the moment and that the Invoker is pretty much dead weight, so why not take a team fight?
We are about to break out into a gigantic fight. Sam H has found Kangaroo. He cancels the Pit of Malice. I thought it was going to break out into a gigantic fight. It still might. They're going to fight around the shrine. Necrofire's going to be dropped down. They really want this kill on Kangaroo. The snowball's coming in. Cuckoo drops the Static Storm nicely onto 2. They're going to drop the Requiem, and this is going to be a dead Night Stalker and probably a dead Yang as well. So Burst Strike comes in. They glimpse that Kangaroo, which actually made it harder for TNC to find the kill. They still probably will. Cuckoo has another kinetic field he will use. Kangaroo has no TP to work with. He has duels and 5. Glimmer Cape might keep him alive for a moment. They'll Burrow Strike him. He can't really move. He's going to try to get to the tree line, but it's a triple kill. Armel will use his Dark Rift back to the tier 1 tower so that they can keep the tier 1 tower alive. It is in deny range as well. That's unfortunate for Fire Dragoon.
This tier 1 tower. This is TNC sending a message. I think the fact that they probably wanted to come over for Roshan anyway, but the fact that this tier 1 tower still stands is pretty ridiculous.
Yang, that's unfortunate. He will get the D ward at the least. Him comes in and Burrow strikes and steals the room, but so we saw TNC lose the game essentially because not necessarily because they tried taking Roshan, they lost the fight. That's not going to happen this time. TNC will grab the Aegis and Roshan without any issues this time around and get themselves an 8A net worth advantage with, again, a Shadow Fiend and a PL to fall back on, you know, when the other team has a Midas-less Invoker, something to consider. So, yeah, rough stuff for Fire Dragoon for Sure. I'm getting chased down. Back, kinetic field. They have static storm in 4, but they're just kind of wasting time waiting for the rest of the teams here. Ajit is still kind of just tanking this up. And they're going to back for now for TNC.
Fire Dragoon at the moment have like 3 supports, a Dragon Knight, and a Sunstrike, and that's about their entire lineup, which is not really doing all that much. They're still trying to make space for their Invoker to farm, and he is going to have the Ags relatively soon, but yeah. I think even the problem after that is like, how are they setting up for him? You know, the Dragon Knight doesn't have an initiation item. We've seen if they try to
Link soon.
Oh.
Snowball.
Nice snowball, but he's still getting dragged into them.
Yeah, Yang's gonna die for this, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But they will get a blink dagger soon for this DK. He's actually not too far away from it. The problem is how much they're gonna lose before he actually has that item.
And they just can't win team fights against the TNC lineup either. Their heroes are so much better at team fighting. He's up there with the Kinetic Field Static Storm, Underlord controlling space the entire time. I mean, just sitting in the front. He's not even really helping his team that much. Like, he hasn't completed a Crimson Guard or a Pipe or anything. Sam H is just the big beefy frontliner for the SF to stand behind. And that's somewhat of what I feel like FDG are missing. The Dragon Knight's kind of filling that role, but just they don't have the disables to kind of peel in the same way and keep the fight going. Cuckoo coming over, gonna get some nice glimpse vision down. This might need to be 2 kills here.
Bit of malice. One of these heroes is dead. Maybe 2. Nah, just 1. They actually glimpse back. Just kidding. Ajit is gonna get dropped as well. They had just enough vision. They saved the glimpse. I felt they used it on the Jakiro, but that was no.
Big combo from Invoker does nothing. Big swing, no ding, and now
they have to buy that almost. DK. Yeah, forget about that blink dagger. He's going to try to build into a BKB. He was up to like 1,800 gold, and then he has to buy back. And now that blink dagger is nowhere near happening. They're going to back up. They're going to smoke a fake back here for TNC. They're going to go back in. They have a blink throw against the team ready to go, and they're going to use it onto the DK. It might be a dieback. There's a bit of mouse. The Static Storm. That is going to be 3 dead heroes and potentially a dead Super Tower. They even get the glimpse out of Alacrity. He has no Ghost Walk. He's already used it. They even dust him just for good measure, and he will get dropped down. Yang about to be the 5th and final death of his team. The snowball will come through, and GG is called. And TNC, despite what happened in game number 2, Cameron, they actually styled on them so hard here in game number 3.
Oh yeah, TNC definitely sending a message in this game. We're the better team. They went for a super comfort draft, I think, across the board. I was still a little bit worried to see Armel die as much as he did on the mid lane. Sure, he's a Shadow Fiend. He's playing against a Tusk and a Night Stalker. There's tons to set up on him and tons to kill him. And he's kind of the one vulnerable lane as well. Like, they're not going to bother going down to go and gank the Underlord too much, and the PL is more difficult to find. But I feel like there's still... This is maybe a little bit sloppy, and he might prove to be the weak link in the next round, since they still have another best of 3 to play. But